Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. It's me Ashok Joshi, and in this video we are going to learn about RM command in detail. So I will tell you what is RM command and we will see some of the options and examples how we can make use of RM command in detail. So if you are new to my channel, make sure you like this video, share it with your friends and subscribe to this channel. Hit that bell icon so that you will never miss any update. Now let's start with RM command. Now what is RM command? So in the previous video, we had seen how we can make use of rmdir command in order to delete or remove empty directories. So rm command also works the same way, but there is a change here. So in rm command, you can also delete files. You can also delete directories, okay? Not just empty directories, you can also delete directories that are having content in it. So let's say if you are having a directory and if you are creating directories under it and maybe some files. So if you want to delete that particular directory that is having multiple files and content, so what you can do is you can make use of rm command with some option and you can delete the files or directories. Okay, so we will see all these things how it works in this video, so stay tuned. So basically rm command stands for remove. So rm command is helpful in removing files and directories both. You can also remove directories that are having multiple files and directories in it. Okay, so let's start with the rm command. Rm command, how you can write the syntax? It's fairly simple. You'll have to write rm and here you can pass option, and after that you can write file name, or it can be directory, not a file. It can be a directory name. Okay, so it's fairly simple. Okay, cool. So now let's see what do we have if I ls. So I have some files and directories. Okay, so let's say I want to delete or remove this particular Luther file. So what can I do? I can just write rm and the file name. So the file name is Luther, and if I hit enter and if I do ls, now you can see Luther is gone. So it's removed. By the way, let me warn you, if you are using rm command, then please make sure that you are perfect in your decision what you are taking. Because if you are using rm command and if you are deleting any directory or file, then there is no way that you can recover. Okay, so if you are working in a company, definitely this is a command that you should very carefully use. Okay, so rm command will help you to remove directories, or you can say remove files, but you cannot recover it, okay, once you have removed using rm command. So that's one of the drawback that you can use for rm command. But advantages, you can remove directories that are not empty also. Okay, cool. So we saw how we can remove one file at a time, right? Rm and then the file name. Now what if you want to remove multiple files? Let's say what I will do here is I will try to create multiple files. Let's say 1.txt, 2.txt, 3.txt. Okay, hit enter, and if I ls, you can see here we have 1.txt, 2.txt and then 3.txt. Now if I want to remove all these .txt files, what I can do, I can just write rm and then the file names, 1.txt, 2.txt and then 3.txt. Hit enter. That's all the txt files are now gone. So that's how you can make use of rm command in order to delete multiple files at one go. Now let me tell you something which is called as option. So the very first option that I will show you is -i. So basically this stands for interactive deletion. Okay, so you can make use of this -i flag. So why do we use it? So basically if you want to remove a file and you realize that, oh no, I shouldn't be removing it. So what happens here is this -i flag will give you a prompt which will ask you whether you are sure that you want to remove this particular file. Then you can use y or n in order to say, hey, you know what, I do not want to delete this, or you can say yes, I can delete it. Let's say for example, let me remove this. So if I ls, I do not have anything. Let's say I create another file, touch test.txt. Okay, now let's say I want to remove this file. Okay, or by default I use rm command, and by mistake I just write like this. So if I hit enter, there is no way that I can get this particular file back. So what you can do here is, let's say I will create one more time the test.txt file, and now if I want to see, I want to get a particular prompt that's saying, hey, you know what, you really sure that you want to delete this particular file? Then I can say, oh no, this is happening by mistake. No, you do not have to delete it. So in that case, you can make use of -i here. If I hit enter, you see it is asking whether you want to remove this regular.nt file. So if you want to really remove it, you can use y here, or else you can use n here. I will use n here, and if I ls, I will see this particular file is there. And if I once again try to do it with y and hit enter, now if I see ls, it's gone now. Okay, so this is one of the option, -i. I hope you guys got it, what it means. So now let me show you something which is called as -f flag or option. So basically what it means is, this is basically said as force deletion. Okay, so basically why this is used, let's say you have a file which is only having read permission, so it is write protected. Okay, so if you use rm command and then if you give the file name, what it will do is it will ask you whether you want to remove this particular file or not, if it is having only read permission. But if you want to forcefully delete it, okay, and if you do not want the prompt, so what you can do is you can just write -f here. Okay, so that's how you can forcefully delete a particular file. Let's see with an example here. So if I do ls, I do not have anything. So what I will do is I will try to create another file which is called as test.txt. Okay, so let us see what permissions this is having. So if I do ls-l, I can see here that in test.txt file I am having write option as well. So basically you see this dash at the very beginning, you see this dash. This basically means that it is a file, and if you see above, there is D present over there, that is called as directory. Okay, and these are the permissions, read, write, and this is one more permission which is called as execute. So as you can see here, we have test.txt file. So it is having read, write permissions. So do not worry if you do not know anything about these permissions. So basically the first three, read, write, execute, these things represent the permissions that are available for the users, and these three represents for the groups, and these three represents this dot you have to exclude, and these three represents others. Okay, and here at the very first, if you see this kind of dash, so this basically means that this particular thing is a file. And if you see this kind of D, okay, so this one D, so this basically means that this is a directory. Okay, cool. Now you can see here we have a write also, right? Write permissions. So what if I have only read permissions for everyone? Okay, so the command to change is, it is chmod. So do not worry if you don't know about chmod, we will go in depth. So I just want to show you how you can use -f option here. Okay, so if I do test.txt, I'm just trying to change the permission here for test.txt file. So if I ls-l, now you can notice here everyone is having read permission. Okay, we have read for users, we have read for groups, we have read for others. Okay, cool. Now if I try to remove this particular file rm test.txt without using -f, what it will do is it will ask you whether you want to remove write protected file. Why it is write protected file? And of course it is empty file, but why it is saying write protected file? Because no one is having write permission to this particular file. Okay, so that's the reason. Now what I will do is, hey, you know what, you do not have to delete it. Okay, just I will write n and I will say okay. Now if I do ls-l, it's still there. Now what if I do not want to get these kind of prompts? So what you can do is you can just make use of rm-f test.txt. Voila, it's gone now. So that's how you can make use of -f. I think this is clear for you all. Cool. So the last thing that I want to show you is I want to show you how you can remove directories that are having other directories as well, and it has multiple content. Let's say, let's create a directory which is called as sample. Inside sample, let's create some test directory, test1, and that's it. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, okay, got it. So what you can do is you can make use of my -p, and that's how you can create it. And if I ls, I should see sample here, and if I go inside the sample directory, I should see test1. Okay, so let's create some files also. Let's create 1.txt, 2.txt, 3.txt. Okay, if I ls, I have one directory which is named as test1. I have 3 text files as well. Cool. Let's go back one step. And now if I want to delete entire thing what is there inside this sample, so what we can do is we can make use of a flag or an option which is called as -r, or you can make use of -R. Okay, both means the same, they do the same operation. Okay, just writing it's a little bit different, that's all, nothing else. So this basically means recursive deletion. Okay, so basically what you can do is you can delete the directory and its subdirectories. Also, if the directory is having multiple files as well, you can delete it. So how can we do it? It's very simple. Just write rm-r, or you can also use capital R, and then just give the file name sample. Hit enter, gone. You will not see sample here. Okay, and if you want to see what happened in the background, let me just create one more time sample, and let's go inside sample, and let's create 3 files here, 1.txt, 2.txt, 3.txt, and let's create another one directory here as test. Okay, so if I ls, so I have these files and I have this folder, and if I come one step back into my user's home directory, so I can see here I have sample, and if I want to see what is going on in the background while this command gets executed, so what I can do is I can make use of something which is called as v for verbose. So if you remember in the last video also I said what is verbose. It basically gives you the detail what a particular command is doing in the background. So it will give you a message kind of thing, so that you will come to know what is happening once this command is running. Hit enter. Now you can see here what happened once I ran this rm-rv, v for verbose. So at the very first it removed 1.txt, so you can see here 2.txt, 3.txt, so then test was removed, and finally sample was removed. And if I hit ls, you won't see sample here. Okay, so that's how you can make use of rm command in detail. Okay, and let me show you one wildcard which is called as asterisk. So basically what I am trying to do here is I will create again, so I will create a test directory, and inside this test directory what I will try to do is I will try to create 3 files again, 1.txt, 2.txt, 3.txt. okay, and if I ls, I can see we have 3 files here. So now what if I want to remove everything by staying here only inside test directory? So what I will do is I will just write rm and asterisk. So basically this asterisk is a kind of regular expression, or you can say wildcard. Basically what it will do is it will try to see what all the contents are there. So what we are trying to do here is rm asterisk. So we want to remove everything whatever it is there here. So see here you have 3 files. Now if I hit enter and if I see ls, nothing will be there. All these are now gone. Okay, so that's how you can make use of asterisk. So there are multiple wildcards that we will be discussing in a separate video. So just for demonstration purpose, I showed you this asterisk. I hope you guys gained some knowledge. You guys understood what rm command is actually about. Okay, so if you guys are enjoying my videos, definitely please to hit that like button. This gives me motivation to create more videos. Share it with your friends and subscribe to this channel. Hit that bell icon so that you will never miss any update. Okay, so that's it for this video. I will see you in my next video, guys. Bye bye, take care.